So tell me though, looking at this book, you've got tons of tips, tons of advice.
The one thing that I hope that it does the most is that it motivates women to sort of get on connected with themselves in a way that is their own, that they sort of go a little bit more internal, and that they're kind to themselves, and that they don't put too much pressure on themselves, and that they put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
And then get the hang of it,
Yeah.
you know, of like what it is to sort of shift your lifestyle. You know, I grew up very athletic, and my parents had me in, you know, dance classes 5 days a week when I was young. So I sort of grew up with this disciplined, more athletic
Yeah.
brain mechanism, which I think a lot of people struggle with, understandably, especially with stresses and work and everything. So what might come easier to a more sort of motivated, you know, an actively
Right.
motivated person doesn't come as easy to others. But I still feel that, no, even if you didn't have it as a kid, that you can sort of learn how to do that as an adult. And so hopefully this will be a great kickstart for people to do that. I also wanted it to feel like a more holistic approach to healthy living, which is without being too serious.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely flip through the pages and you just want to smile.
Good.
I mean,
That's
you know what
good.
I mean?
I like
you're,
that.
Like you're all in the photos, even that it seems like you chose. Were you pretty
It's
happy
like
as the title, right?
For me, like if I'm reading a book like this, I want breaks.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I just want to rest. I don't want
yeah.
too much information coming at me at once.
Yeah.
I want to like sit with myself and read it, and then maybe look at a picture or two, maybe do a little like quiz or something,
right.
so that it sits. You know, this is supposed to be interactive. It's supposed to motivate. So in order to do that, I wanted to engage the reader to actually be an active participant. Because that's what it's all about. I mean, my favorite quote that someone gave me one time, she put it on my bathroom. She just like, she printed it out and then she plastered it right on my wall in my bathroom. And it says, contentment is a discipline. And I was like, it is, but it is. You know, to be content takes discipline. It takes discipline in your mindfulness practices or your mindfulness, your awareness of others. It takes discipline in your activity and how healthy you are physically. It takes discipline in the things that you put inside of yourself, and all of that changes the chemistry of your brain to be more content and at ease and peaceful. And so it's true. And my thing is that, you know, I'm not ever going to be a monk. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to...
You heard it here first.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. You know, I'm not going to be able to have that kind of lifestyle where I can really dedicate to something that would bring that kind of enlightenment. Right? I'm going to go to Vegas. Sometimes I'm going to have a couple cocktails. I'm going to go to In-N-Out Burger, possibly on the way
to Vegas.
to Vegas.
And maybe when you're there in Vegas.
Yeah, but like I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have, you know, a grapefruit juice. And
Okay.
I'll start back on my
Discipline.
regime. On discipline.
Discipline.
Absolutely. And so I wanted it to feel realistic for people.
Yeah. It definitely, it feels like you, which is
Cool.
great, which is great. Now, and also you on social media all over the place. I have to say, you and Adele, I feel like you
she's
have
my,
the
like,
same-
woman crush. I've got a couple of them.
I feel like she's
it's
maybe
like
your
there's
spirit
like one
animal.
well, I've got J-Lo on one end.
well, okay.
That I just like watch her like do her thing, and I'm like, oh, I love that.
Sparkling.
Spirit, yeah, there's a spirit. And then Adele on the other end. It's like sort of, you know, that's the bookends of my spirit animal.
Right.
Of
but
my
she brings,
singer spirit animal.
but like she brings you to tears. Doesn't she always though? I mean, or to
First
everyone.
of all, you're a dude. Let's start with that.
I just want to
And-
know, like,
Yeah.
To literally
does.
to tears?
She brings half of the population of the world to tears.
That's
Let's
true.
be honest.
This is true.
Don't think it's that great SNL skit. She started it with, you know, what was it? Someone Like You?
Yeah.
That one where everybody's
Yeah.
crying and nobody wants to admit it.
It's a good one. It's a good one. It is a good one. Okay, so before we get out of here, I have to ask you. You at the Golden Globes. You joked with Billy about some photos with Nick Jonas.
Right.
I have to tell you, as a hard-hitting journalist, I have to ask you.
So hard-hitting.
Hard-hitting. Gotta ask the questions, though. I mean, because there are a lot of people who are maybe rooting for this.
It's very
could
cute
this be?
for them to be. He's my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
I
But
mean,
there's nothing. There's nothing to talk about.